Hi, I'm Sharon, and this is episode 351 of the Knit Style Podcast. Hi, everybody, and how are you all doing? We just ended a bit of a heat wave here. I think most of the United States was in the heat wave, and it was not fun. I do have split air conditioners, heat pumps, and I love them, and it would have been really rough without them. Rich is doing great. Oh, our pool is open, and he can get in and out of the pool without help. He's exercising in the pool. For those of you who don't know, who are new here, my husband had a stroke last fall. Didn't think he'd ever come out of it, but he did, and he's doing great. And he loves that pool, so it's really good therapy for him. So that was really nice. And now we're in kind of a dreary, rainy day. This spring has either been dreary, rainy, or hot and humid. There's no in between. It's been weird. And like today is cold. I mean, for summer, it's colder. So, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so let's get started. I have a few fun things to show you today. I did some dyeing. I think I dyed on Monday because it was so hot. I normally walk in the morning, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to walk today. I'm going to dye yarn. So I'm a little late dyeing yarn because I had an issue with my right tendon arm. I think it's a tendon. I don't know. So I have what is termed as golfer's elbow. Now, I do golf, but I haven't golfed in many, many years. You can get it from playing tennis. You can get it from playing pickleball. I don't do either of those things. But I do dye yarn, and it's heavy. I do other things around the house. I mean, since Richie had a stroke, I'm doing a lot. So, I mean, I think I really, honestly, I think I injured this tendon shoveling snow, because it really started to act up after a bout of snow shoveling, which I will never do again. I don't care if I have to stay in until it melts. I am not shoveling snow ever again. It's too hard on this right arm. And then Tom escaped one night, and I went to, it was feeling better, and then I went to grab him, and I grabbed him and pulled him back, and then that aggravated it. So I went for an MRI, and it got really bad in April. I had gone for physical therapy. She had given me a cortisone shot, and it was doing okay, but then in April it just came back with a vengeance, and it was really hard to dye yarn because you gotta lift, you know. And I thought I might have torn something, so I had an MRI. No, it's basically just, it was inflamed. So I went for more physical therapy, and I went for acupuncture, which I firmly believe in. It's really cool. I have somebody that I use for something else, and I really feel that he really helped a lot. And I went for a few treatments for that, and it's pain zero right now, which is good. So I'm keeping it that way. I'm not lifting any heavy pots of water. I'm doing some low immersion dyeing, which yields great results. Beautiful yarn, you'll see. And yeah, so I want to keep it nice and healthy so I can continue to dye, you know, for as long as I want to. And let's see what I dyed this week. So I'm a pro sponsor of Boston Jen's Splash Pad Party, and I dyed up my colorway, my special colorway for that event is called Reef Magic, and I had a bag which sold out, and I had yarn which sold out, so I dyed some more. So this is Reef Magic, I love this color. It's just so happy and so beautiful. And it just reminds me of summer by my pool. So I have some more Reef Magic in my shop. So I have Reef Magic minis still left in the shop that coordinate beautifully with this yarn. So you can use it for heels and toes or a separate project, or you can always use mini skeins for sure. Okay. So I'm really still into dyeing summery colors. So this week I have a beautiful bag sewn by my partner Donna, and I dyed yarn to match. And this set is called Magical Marine Turtles, keeping with the magical theme here, magical sea theme. So, because I think the sea is magical for sure. This yarn came out really good. Matches, it's like spot on, crazy. So I love this. So I'll have the bags, and I also have the yarn if you just want the yarn. These beautiful greens and blues. Love. And I also did a mini skein set that coordinates, and I'm calling this the Sea Greens mini skein set because it's basically green. I mean, there's blue too, but a lot of greens in this one, and I love it. I haven't named them yet. So, yeah. Very pretty. This turquoise one looks a lot like this turquoise one, but they are, you can't really tell on camera, they're a slightly different shade of turquoise. Not by much, but slightly different. But beautiful, beautiful set. If you love green and blue, and I do, yeah. So yeah, I am super happy with this week's update. These all would coordinate and make nice socks, sock toes and heels. And yeah, I'm really happy with how all this yarn came out. So yeah. You can email me with any questions at knitstyleryarns@gmail.com. And if you ever want like a custom order, just let me know. I'm available to do that. This, I think, is going to become a full skein. Look at that. It's going to be called something Emerald Sea. I'm not really sure yet, but isn't that beautiful? It came out really good. Sometimes you just never know when you dye. All right, next I'm going to talk about what I've been working on. Okay, I have a finished object from many months. So I started this in December because it was Christmas and I wanted to knit with Christmas colors, and I just kept knitting on it until I finished it, and I didn't finish it till about May. It wasn't finished the last time I talked to you, which was about a month ago. So here she is. Isn't it beautiful? It's not blocked. I will block it and show you next time. But this is the Anthology throw by Helen Stewart. And I absolutely love it. It's so, so pretty. And it looks beautiful in these Christmas colors. And it's huge. I knit it, let me stand up. I can't even fit it all in standing up. It's going to be even bigger because it's not even blocked yet. And oh my goodness. And that's just awesome. So I didn't block it. You know, I got really busy because we opened our pool and appointments, and and it's a Christmas colored. So I won't put this out. I'll put it out probably sometime in the fall. I still have my fall one out, and I use it every day. I love it because like I have the air conditioning around, I just put it in my lap and I snuggle up with it, and I love it. So I'm going to love this. So this is all my yarn in a traditional Christmas color, unnamed colors. And I used an undyed Surrey alpaca for the white, and it's fuzzy. And it's so nice. So this is going to be a warm one. I just can't believe how huge it is now that I kind of stretched it out. And it'll be really, really beautiful. I will probably, let's be real, I'm not going to put it away. I'll have it out all year. I'm developing a collection of blankets in my living room, and I use them all. So I'm fine with it. So when people come over, they cuddle up in them, and they're amazing. So I wanted to start the Brooklyn Tweed blanket from this book, Teaser. That's what this show is all about today. The topic of this show, this book. In the meantime, I had a blanket on the needles. It is called the Habitation Throw. It's also by Helen Stewart. It's written for Advent Minis, like many of her blanket patterns, and I hope she writes more because I love them. And I've had this on the needles a very long time. 5 years maybe. And that's fine. You know, sometimes things hibernate, and something else must have got my attention. But now I'm into blankets, so I want to finish this. So I want to finish this blanket before I really get going on the Brooklyn Tweed blanket. And because it's really just relaxing. It's such relaxing knitting. I absolutely love it. So this is the Habitation Throw. I am not using scraps for this one. This yarn is all Plucky Knitter. And I think this is Silver Lining is the main color, this white. And then all these other various colors. So again, I love to color block. Love. So that's what I did with this one. This is a leftover. This pink color is a leftover from a Stephen West shawl that I knit out of Plucky Knitter. And this is a full skein, and I think this tan one is a full skein. And I just, this is, these soft colors I just love. And it's just eyelets and garter stitch. And you do increases. And it's so fun. I absolutely love knitting on this. So I really want to make it big as I can. I want to use all the Plucky Knitter yarn because this is their cashmere blend. I cannot use this for socks. It's only got 10% nylon, and if a sock yarn has 10% nylon, I can't use it for socks. I actually did knit a sock out of Silver Lining, and I wore through it in a couple of months. It just doesn't work for me. The yarn that I sell and the yarn that I use, that Mustache Yarns uses for her base, perfect. It's got 25% nylon, and that they'll wear years. But the cashmere with the 10%, no. Does not work for me. That's why I don't dye it anymore. You really, I mean, for me, I can't use it for socks. Maybe other people can. I don't know. Let me know down below. Have you tried the cashmere 10% nylon blend? The good thing, it's a little heavy for shawls because of the cashmere. So it's a cashmere merino nylon blend. Slightly heavy, like I have that Stephen West shawl. I wore it a few weeks ago. I'll put a picture in. Vertices Unite, I knit. And it's a little heavy with this yarn. But for a blanket, perfect. Love. I have about a skein and a half left of this white, and I have about 60% left of the green, and so what you do with this blanket is you knit until you're half completed with your yarn. You use 50% of the yarn for the first half, and then you have to have enough to finish. So I have plenty to finish. This whole section here, right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. There will be 7 garter stitch ridges, you know, not ridges, between the eyelets sections, and that's like 1 full skein right there. So I have another full skein to finish the other half, and then extra to finish this part of it. So I was trying to figure out how to make it a little bigger, and then I realized, oh, I have this color, because I only use this color for like this little part right here. So after I finish this, I only have this much left of that skein. After I finish this ball, I'm going to use this and do 4 more sections of the 4 more repeats, like where this green is. I'm going to do 4 more in this tan, and then start doing the decreases to finish the blanket. Actually, I'll do 2 more, and then I'll start doing the decreases of the blanket with this, the rest of this, and then the white, and then I'll just repeat the striping, the color blocking, what I did here. So when I get to the green, where the green section goes on the decreases, I'll do 4, and then 3 of the pink, and then 3 of this tan. So it'll balance out, and I should knit just about all of the plucky, and it should be pretty big because I've already weighed this. When I weighed it, it was almost 300 grams for the first half of what I knit. And so I'm going to add a bunch more. So I'm estimating it's going to be about, let's see, 100. It'll probably be about 700 grams by the time I'm done, which for this yarn would, let me do some math here. So it's probably going to be almost 3,000 yards in this. So it should be nice and big by the time I block it. This is what the blanket looks like. It's really, really pretty. It's a square, but I think with the weight of it, it'll look almost rectangular, but it's going to be really beautiful, and I'm loving knitting on it. It's so fun. And I'm using my trusty needle chompers so I don't lose stitches. Losing stitches on garter stitch is fine. Losing stitches on the lace section would be a pain in the butt, but fixable. So anyway, yeah, so that's that. And that's it. That's really all I've been working on, except I did start, I cast on Homewood from Brooklyn Tweed's book, Knit and Crochet Blankets. He did not write this pattern. This pattern is designed by Seth Richardson. Beautiful. I absolutely love the pattern. I showed you I had the yarn baby the last time. And let me tell you, winding that yarn baby was rough. So it's in this bag because it's huge. So the whole fun of the yarn baby is not to it's to just wind it all and use it all as one continuous strand. So I was trying to do that, and I was getting there, and then I came to a knot. So it wasn't, I had to separate it into two anyway because it was already tied into a knot. So this is the first half of the yarn baby. And this is the second half, the second cake of the yarn baby. So they're wound into some really nice cakes right now. They're perfect. And so I'll just have like just a couple ends to weave in, and that's okay. I can live with that. I am intending on using all of this yarn. I mean, we'll see how the pattern goes. I have the exact amount to make maybe the lap blanket. I did a gauge swatch, and the pattern. This pattern is a different yarn. It's Brooklyn Tweed Quarry, which I've knit with before. It's very different than what I'm knitting with now. It's definitely loftier, which is fine. This designer recommended needle size 10, and I swatched in a 10, and actually on the label for this yarn, her suggested needle size was between a 9 and a 10.5. So I started with the 10. I swatched with the 10, and it was way too loose. It looked terrible. So I went down to a 9, and I swatched with a 9. It looked good. And then I swatched with an 8 just to be on the safe side. And I washed everything. And I actually washed it attached to the ball because I thought it was going to be one cake. It wasn't, but it's fine. Measured, and the 9 gave me the correct gauge. So that was really good, which is 4 stitches to the inch. Perfect. So I cast on the ribbing, and I'm about halfway through the ribbing. It's just a little tiny baby blanket. And I'm loving knitting with this yarn. This yarn is amazing. It's bouncy, it's squishy. Ooh, that blanket's gonna be nice. And I may have to make some modifications for it because it's not the exact same yarn. It's fine. It'll be fine. So this now brings me to the title that you saw for this video. So if you're a new knitter and you purchase a pattern, whether it be on Ravelry or in a book, particularly in a book, be aware that there are errors. And this pattern had the most glaring error that I think I've ever seen in a knitting pattern. It just kind of freaked me out. So I'm going to show you a picture of the FO. So here it is. So this to me looks like reverse stockinette with cables. So how do you get reverse stockinette? So in order to get reverse stockinette, you're going to knit on one side and you're going to purl back, right? And the purl side is going to be your right side. The knit side will be on the wrong side because you want to show off these cables. Follow me? Okay. All right, so I look at the chart, and to be fair, the chart shows what the finished object looks like. So the chart, and I'm not going to show you the whole chart, but the chart shows the fabric, the main fabric, as being all purl stitches. Okay, that's fine. All right, that's what the finished object is going to look like. Well, you come over here to the legend, and I look at this legend. I'm like, what? This legend says, this white box, knit stitch, and this legend with the little purl stitch. Now, if you were a new knitter and you didn't know any better, which there are new knitters out there who wouldn't know, and they're just following this chart, this legend is telling you that you should purl on all the right side and the wrong side. So what would happen if you purled on the right side and the wrong side? You'd get garter stitch. That's why I'm looking at this. I'm like, well, this doesn't look like garter stitch, and if it was, I am not purling to make garter stitch on every row. That's just silly. So then I read the beginning instructions, and sure enough, no, you knit these. What this legend should say is, for this clear box, it should say knit on right side, purl on wrong side. And this box should say purl on right side, knit on wrong side. I mean, that's every chart I've ever knit with that looks like this has those directions. And a beginning knitter wouldn't know. I mean, I don't know. Would you know? Would you know enough not to purl every row? It's just confusing. And plus, yeah, it would be, no, the whole thing would be garter stitch. So I looked up, so another thing you should know if you're a new knitter, you can look up for errata online. Designers will have errata on their patterns. Books will have errata. So I looked up the errata for this book, and the book has errata, not in this case. So I think I'm going to send an email to them and just say, hey, you know, I mean, I'm an experienced knitter. I know enough not to purl every row, every stitch on this pattern. You know what I mean? But somebody who's just starting out might not understand that. And the written directions, which I haven't looked at, I believe are online. So if you were following written directions, you'd be fine, I assume, because I didn't look at them. But because the written directions for the beginning of this, the setup rows, are correct. Because I double checked. I just found that very confusing. Is it me? I mean, is it me to be confused about that? I mean, are patterns written this way that you're supposed to know that you're not supposed to purl all these stitches? I mean, I don't know. Anyway. So I just thought I'd warn you. Like not necessarily for this pattern, but any pattern. Patterns I've written have errata, and like people will tell me and then I'll correct it, you know. Particularly in books, because once a book is out, and a lot of times books have deadlines and they have to get out. Once a book is out, you can't change it, and that's why you have to look it up online. So there are a lot of mistakes in patterns in books. And I found one. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know if you've ever found an egregious pattern mistake. Let me know if you think this is just me and that this chart is written okay. I've never seen a chart like that, but that's all right. And let me tell you, I knit a lot of charts because I like to knit lace. And I have made mistakes on lace charts before, making the wrong kind of fabric, but that was me, not the pattern. Anyway, so with that, I'm going to end this video. Wish me luck with knitting that blanket. I hope there's no other mistakes in that pattern, but I'm really looking forward to knitting it. But it's going to be a while because this is going to take me, I have half of this blanket to knit, which I'm not mad about because it's just so much fun and relaxing. I love it. I'm into the blankets right now. What are you into this summer? Are you into blankets that are going to be covering your body when you're knitting? Oh my God, it's so hot. I knit at night in the air conditioning. I'm fine. I cross stitch during the day. If I'm outside, I'll cross stitch because it's not as bad. You don't have knitting all of you. Okay. With that, have a good week. Knit something beautiful and cheers.